Hi, I'm Joshua Wright. In this video, we'll take a look at the steps for the lab exercise, Alternate Data Streams. In this lab, you'll need your Windows virtual machine here, and I'm going to navigate to the lab exercise steps. In this lab exercise, you're going to explore the feature on Windows NTFS and REFS file systems known as Alternate Data Streams. In these Windows file systems, an attacker could take data and hide the presence of that data by attaching it to a file as a non-default stream of data. Let's take a look. We're going to start by opening our command prompt. And then I'm going to change to the root directory, and I'm going to make a temporary directory called temp here. And I'm going to use this temporary directory just for my experiments. CD to that directory. And next I'm going to create a file called test.txt. Now Notepad is going to prompt me, do I want to create a new file? And the answer is yes. And now I'm going to put any message here inside of this file. And so I've typed a simple message here, and then I'm going to close this file and then save. Now, if I do a dir from the command line, I can see that there is a file called test.txt, which is 43 bytes in length. An alternate data stream is one where there is a second file payload associated with this initial file that does not overwrite or otherwise interfere with the original payload content. In order to open an alternate data stream, we have to have a supported tool like Notepad, and then we specify the primary file name, test.txt, and then an alternate data stream name. Here, test.txt : secret.txt. And now Notepad is going to ask me if I want to open a new document, and I'm going to say yes. And I'm going to put in my secret here. Here. And I'm going to close and exit Notepad. Now, interestingly, when we run dir again, notice how the file size does not change. The date stamp of the file did change. We can see there's approximately a 1 minute difference here, but the file size itself did not change. And if I open this file again in Notepad, I see that the original content is still here. And if I open the file as test.txt with the alternate stream name, I can see here's my alternate stream information as well. This is a feature that's built into Windows so that we have the ability to associate multiple streams of data with any given file. Now, it is used by Windows Microsoft SQL Server. Microsoft SQL Server uses alternate data streams for rollback chunks and other database optimization mechanisms to associate it with a database table or a resource file inside of the database. But we also use it in other locations as well, such as when files are downloaded using Internet Explorer, there will be an inf-like data stream that indicates where that file actually came from, which zone, to warn the user appropriately when they're launching an executable or opening a file they downloaded from the Internet. So we can hide data in a file just by creating an alternate data stream. And if I take this file here, test.txt, and I move it to a different location, or I move it to a different drive letter, as long as that drive letter is NTFS or REFS, both of those file systems support ADS, then the alternate data stream will go with that file. If we were to take test.txt and move it onto an exFAT or FAT32 partition, then it would only have the main stream of information and it would lose the alternate stream data. I'm going to clear my screen here, and there are many other interesting things that we can do with alternate data streams as well. Let's take a look. Instead of just putting a simple message in the alternate data stream, we can have any complex data we want, whether it's an image, a Microsoft Word document, or even an executable file on the Windows system. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to type the nc.exe command. Now, if I pressed enter here, we would see a lot of garbage because it's not an ASCII file. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to redirect that output to the test.txt file, but I'm going to save it as nc.exe. And I don't have to call it nc.exe. I can call it anything I want. Again, here we see that the file datestamp has changed, but the file size itself has not. But there is additional content within this file itself. Now, we can run this file, this netcat.exe, not by running test.txt nc.exe. That will not work. But what we can do is use wmic. wmic process call create, and then we have to specify the full path to the file here. So once we run this command, it will invoke the netcat command, because it's actually invoking the copy of netcat that is saved as an alternate data stream in test.txt. And from here, we can say listen on port 11111 and open a command shell and give it to anybody that connects. So we could use netcat hidden in another file on the file system, just saved as an alternate data stream. Here. Now when I exit this, it's going to kill netcat, and then the netcat window will go away as well. Now we can detect these files using a variety of different techniques. There's a couple of built-in techniques we can use. dir does not show us the alternate data streams, but dir/r will. If we add the /r argument, we can see the alternate data stream information associated with a given file. This is nice if we know the file has alternate data streams, or if we suspect, or we're just searching for alternate data streams by running dir/r on all the files that we find. But we can also use third-party tools. There's a few. LADS is one. So I'm going to cd to the root directory, and I'm going to run tools, LADS, lads.exe. I'm going to search, and then I can specify any starting point. So I'm going to specify /temp. And sure enough, it will tell us all of the alternate streams associated with that test.txt file. If we do this also for the tools directory, for example, we'll see that this file here, shimlab.zip, has an alternate data stream called a zone.identifier. The zone.identifier alternate data stream is what's generated by Internet Explorer and Edge when you downloaded a file from the internet, so that the operating system knows where that file came from and can warn the user when they try to access it appropriately. For this file here, we can look at the file contents as well, just by using the type command. I'm going to copy this into my clipboard. If I run type on that, I have to use the > sign. Oh. It's the more command, not the type command. There we go. The more command that comes with Windows does understand alternate data stream syntax. The type command does not. Type can be used to create data in an alternate data stream, but it can't read from that data. To read from the data, we have to use the more command. And here, by using the more command, we can see that we can read this alternate data stream information. Or, for example, more < test.text and then secret.text will also give us that information, just like we saw with Notepad earlier. Now, at the end of this lab exercise, we can clean up by removing this temporary directory here. To delete all that file contents. Now, PowerShell can also be used to do similar analysis to create alternate data stream content, or to identify and extract alternate data stream content as well. I would encourage you to check out a few different PowerShell commandlets. Get item to find alternate data streams using the -stream argument. And then you can also use that with a loop to replicate the feature set of LADS to identify alternate data streams on your system. One more recommendation is there's a great article here from Microsoft talking about alternate data streams, the background, the history, and the use of these streams as well. That's it for the steps in this lab exercise. Nice work.